Eala Iva Jovic beat Venus Williams, Elina Svitolina in ASB Classic doubles match. Dubai, Filipina tennis star Eala and Iva Jovic defeated veterans Venus Williams and Elina Svitolina 7-6, 6-1 in the women's doubles of the ASB Classic on Monday at Manuka Dr. Arena in New Zealand. "We just kept telling each other that we can do this. It's not over," Jovic told ASB Classic. "We kept repeating that to ourselves, and then we were very brave on the set point, so that ended up paying off. Thank you so much for supporting me and Eva. I had such a good time on court," Eala said, while also thanking her 18-year-old partner. "I think we had a lot of fun, and just to start the year with such a moment like this and sharing the court with two pioneers of the court, and pioneers off the court as well, people I looked up to since I was young, so I'm so happy to be able to share this moment with you and all of you guys," Eala added. Alex and Eva are expected to face either Aisha Mohammed and Erin Routliffe or the pair of Jessica Malikova and Renata Zarazua in their next match. On a radiant summer day in Auckland, New Zealand, the tennis world witnessed a breathtaking clash of generations at the ASB Classic, a moment where raw youthful promise met seasoned, championship-hardened experience. It wasn't just another doubles match. It was an embodiment of tennis' eternal cycle of renewal, where the future boldly meets the past, forging unforgettable moments. In a compelling opening round of the women's doubles, Eala, the 20-year-old Filipino sensation, and her partner Iva Jovic, an 18-year-old American rising star, produced one of the most talked-about upsets of the Eala 2026 season. They defeated the veteran and legendary duo of Venus Williams, one of the game's most iconic figures, and Elina Svitolina, a former world number 3 and decorated tour champion, 7-6-7. 6-1. Phil-style life. This result was more than an impressive scoreline. It was a symbolic shift, a chapter where the new guard reaffirmed its arrival, and the tennis community was reminded of one of sport's most thrilling truths: tennis is always evolving. Globe showing Europe-Africa the setting, ASB Classic, a stage of history. The ASB Classic in Auckland is more than a warm-up for the Australian Open. As a beloved stop on the WTA Tour, it's where seasoned champions sharpened their form and youthful contenders announced themselves to the world. This year was no exception. On Monday, January 5, 2026, the Manuka Dr. Arena buzzed with anticipation as fans gathered for one of the weekend's marquee fixtures, a cross-generational duel in the doubles draw. On one side stood two players deeply immersed in the current tennis landscape. On the other, two figures who had shaped it for decades. It promised intrigue, intensity, and perhaps a story worth retelling. Phil-style life. Tennis racket and ball meet the players, icons and aspirants. Medium white star Venus Williams, the trailblazer. Even at age 45, Venus Williams remains a figure of immense respect and awe. A former world number 1 in singles and doubles, a 14-time Grand Slam doubles champion, and one of the most influential athletes in tennis history, Venus's legacy extends far beyond titles. She is a pioneer who expanded the boundaries of athleticism and inspiration in women's sport. GMA Network. Her participation in the ASB Classic doubles wasn't just competitive. It was cultural, a nod to perseverance, longevity, and influence. The crowd wasn't just watching a match, they were watching a living chapter in tennis history. Medium white star Elina Svitolina, world-class fighter. A former world number 3 and experienced tour stalwart, Elina Svitolina brought to the match a prescribed excellence. Renowned for her court coverage, tactical intelligence, and consistency, Svitolina is a player who has beaten the best in the world in singles and doubles alike. At 31, she represented not just skill but also the tough grind that defines professional tennis at the top level. Wikipedia. Glowing star Eala, the Filipino phenom. Across the net stood Alexandra Eala, who has steadily risen through the WTA rankings with poise and ambition. A prodigious junior player who already made waves with significant wins in singles, Eala has become a beacon for tennis in Southeast Asia. At 20, her blend of powerful ground strokes, sharp court sense, and emotional resilience makes her